Hi, Student Success Seminar. Welcome to the Fall 2021 semester. I am your instructor, Dr. Linda Remark, and I will be with you for this first 8-week session. So we have the first session together. So I just like to introduce myself and have this intro video so you can hear my voice and you can kind of get to know the course itself. So as each week opens, I will go over the lecture for each week. So I'll do a week 1 video, week 2, and so on. This video really is just to kind of get you accommodated to navigating through the Blackboard shell and how to kind of make sure that you're a little bit more comfortable. Now, East Ark State also did a video right here, so you are welcome under the Start Here section to scroll down and look at their course video tour as well. I just always think it's nice to kind of hear my voice since I'm the one that's going to be with you for the next 8 weeks. All right, so once you are in our course, and to access our course, you have to take the Succeeding Online Orientation, which is a series of modules to make sure that you're comfortable, again, just kind of doing general navigation within Blackboard. So then once you have finished that, you'll gain access to our course, and you'll always kind of get brought back to this Start Here section. As the semester goes on, you will probably rely on the Start Here section less and less, and you'll probably go straight to the lessons area. But for now, I'm going to walk you through what's in this particular tab so you know the resources that are here for you to be of assistance. So first, these are catered to you. You'll eventually hopefully see your name there. The course overview. There's that course video tour, as I mentioned, from East Ark State. So again, you're welcome. It's a little under 5 minutes long. Here is the instructor welcome. If you click on that, you can read a little bit about myself so that you know kind of my background and a little bit about me. Just again, since you're with me for the next 8 weeks. Underneath there, here is the master syllabus. This is every section of SSC101 has the same master syllabus. So there are somewhere around, 50 to 75 sections. In this particular course, there are 6 sections together. So that's why you're going to see around 150 students in here interacting, because there's 6 classes combined into one. So this is the master syllabus, and it really just goes over it. It's going to download into a Word document, and it's going to kind of just give you the general overview of the course. You know, this is housed in the Arts and Sciences Division under the Communication, Humanities, and Reading Department. It's 1 credit hour. Here's this course description, which you may have already read when you signed up for the course. It hits all of the 6 general learning outcomes of the college, and then you can see the specific course objectives that we'll go over throughout the 8 weeks. Gives you information about where to access information if you want more, text to read on any of these particular policies. If you are a student who needs accommodations, maybe you had an IEP or a 504 in high school, or there's a different kind of need, you'll have some kind of documentation. You can go to the Disability Support Services office in B104, and they can help you with that. So those are things like a quiet room for testing if you're taking a class on campus, or extra time for testing, or maybe you need a note taker, or whatever that might look like, depending on your needs for an online class or a physical face-to-face class. Here's just some information on computer usage and some resources we have at the college. So I encourage you to take a look at that master syllabus. Also in the Start Here section, right underneath the master syllabus, is the fall class syllabus. So this is more specific to our course. So this is going to look very similar, again, no matter if you're in my section or another instructor's section. It's just a little bit more individualized. So again, this is fall 2021. You are going to be in one of these 6 sections. We're completely Web3, which means we do not meet face-to-face at any time. Everything is done over Blackboard. Here is, again, my name is Dr. Linda Remark. Here are my office hours. I am on campus during these days. I am also teaching face-to-face Monday through Thursday, so I'm on campus, in the hours in between. I also have 1 office hour virtually in the evening, and I am online, honestly, just about every morning between 6 and 7 a.m., and then again at night between 8 and 10 p.m. So I'm on quite frequently because I do teach so many classes online. So even if you don't see a time period listed here, that doesn't mean you can't contact me out of those times. Always feel free to email me or leave me a voicemail, whatever you need. So my physical location on campus is E244. And then if you wanted to make an appointment during my virtual office hours or during a different time, I can use Zoom. That's kind of the platform that the college moved to through the COVID period. And we found out that it worked really well. So we use Zoom. Here's my extension on campus, 5249. Even if you call me over the weekend, it will send me an email saying I have a voicemail, so I can always check my voicemail over the weekend. And there is my email address. Your textbook for this course is free. There's nothing you have to do. It's already embedded in our Blackboard course. So that's awesome news. That's easily accessible and it's free. So here is the breakdown of the points. There's 390 points throughout the semester. It's a typical grading scale, A, B, C, D, F. And here are just some general class policies. Come to class, which for you guys just means log in and meet the attendance deadlines. So in an 8-week course, unfortunately, it does move pretty quick and we cover a lot every single week. So you're going to be seeing anywhere from like 2 to 5 or 6 assignments per week. And most of the weeks will have discussion forums and you have to post your original response in the discussion forum by Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. to earn 100% attendance. If you post after, you'll still get credit for posting, but you're not going to get your full attendance. You're going to get 50% attendance. On the weeks where you have no discussion forum, where that happens just a few times, you just have to submit all your assignments by Sunday on time. You get 100% attendance. If you only turn in 1 and there were 2 assignments, you'll get like 50% toward your attendance. So you just want to make sure you pay attention to all those due dates. And again, I send, over every week you have a weekly video. I send multiple announcements and emails. So I really do try to keep you up on what's going on. Here's some information about withdrawal policy. This is an 8-week course again. So you have until October 11th if you need to withdraw for any reason. After October 11th, unfortunately, the class just stays on your schedule, whether you're passing or not. And then finally, the last couple pages really goes over, just one page really, goes over what we're doing each week. And I try to expand on the kind of the format that we use. And I put in there specific due dates, Wednesday for attendance, Sunday for the rest of the assignments. And so this just kind of breaks it down for you. And I'll point out right away, our semester for an 8-week session ends on a Friday. So just keep that in your mind, in the back of your head. You also have something called a student success workshop requirement. It's going to be assigned in week 1, but it's not due until week 8, but you do not want to put it off until the last minute. And I'll talk about that several times throughout the semester. All right, so that is the class syllabus. Also down here, you're going to see that we have an alignment map if you kind of wanted to see the assignments and how they match up to objectives. Here is your textbook. So I'm going to kind of just show you the textbook. I'll be opening it up throughout every weekly assignment as well. But to access the full textbook, you just click right there. And it opens up right to chapter 1. So this is really easy to navigate. So here is your textbook. To kind of look at the contents, just do the drop down menu here and you can see there are 12 chapters. If you wanted to learn a little bit more, just, again, drop down and you can just click and it'll take you right to that section. When you're reading the textbook, you can kind of just go through and read. To navigate down at the bottom, takes you to the next section, takes you to the previous section. So that's how easy it is. You can also search in the book if you have any particular concept or something you need to look for. You can enter in the search bar. And really that's it. I mean, this is a really user-friendly text and you don't always have to access it right here. Inside every weekly folder, you will have a link to that chapter that we're working on. So you'll have plenty of areas to access the textbook. Here are the citations we use for the course throughout the different chapters. Here are some general expectations. So it kind of goes through some posting time and response time. I try to respond very quickly. Now, I am teaching on campus again this semester, a little bit more than the past year because of COVID, but we're operating a little bit more normally. So I am teaching 4 classes on campus face-to-face. So obviously, when I'm teaching, I'm not going to be able to respond as quickly as I would like, but I do try to respond within a few hours, sometimes even under an hour of the email. But regardless, we usually give instructors in general about 24 hours. So please make sure you plan accordingly. So our assignments in our class attendance are due Wednesday and then regular assignments are due Sunday. So emailing me at Sunday at like 8 p.m. may not really work depending on what's going on. I do try again to get back to students quickly, but you want to give yourself enough time. So you want to log in multiple times throughout the week and ask your questions early. So this goes over again what's basically was in the syllabus, my contact and my information there and how to reach out to me. All right, the rest of the information down here again is just kind of resources that you can use as needed to kind of click in if you need to look about policies, procedures, some netiquette type guidelines. So I do encourage you to click around as you need to. All right. After you're done with the Start Here section, you'll go to the Lessons area right here. So here again is another access to your textbook. So you can click on that. It's going to take you into your textbook again. So as I said, you're going to see those individual links throughout the weeks. It'll have a direct link to Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and so on. Here are a couple discussion forums just early on in the semester. The Student Lounge is where you can feel free to go in and introduce yourself. And you can see I've already done this. And I'm going to show you how to do a discussion thread to start it because you'll have to do this for your attendance. So when you get into a discussion area to create a brand new thread, your original response, you'll just click Create Thread. You'll put your subject, intro, and then you'll put your body, whatever you want to say, and then hit Submit. Easy enough. If you want to respond, because in each discussion forum you'll have to respond to 2 classmates, you'll click on the classmates post. And then once you're in there, just simply hit reply, put your response, and then hit submit. So really easy, I think, to navigate through those discussion forums. So again, that's the Student Lounge. Introduce yourself. The Money Point here is kind of like a forum for you to ask questions. So if you were raise your question raise your hand in class, for instance, to ask a question, here's where you could post that question, the Money Point, something that would maybe benefit several students. You're not going to want to post an individual question here about your grade or something that is really individual to you about how you're understanding something. It's something that maybe a couple other students might have the same question, or even another student might be able to answer for you. So feel free to, again, post here. When you do a new one, again, you go to Create Thread, put your subject, put your body, and hit Submit. Okay, so those are 2 discussion boards that will be open all semester. Something you want to make sure you do before you can even access week 1, you can see my weeks are grayed out. They are opened based on date, but before week 1 will even open for you, you have to take this syllabus quiz. And it says right here, you must complete the quiz and get a 100% in order to open week 1. So when you click in the required syllabus quiz, you'll hit begin, and it's going to be a series, 10 multiple choice, true, false type questions. And so it's going to ask you each question, you'll choose your answer, you'll hit save answer, and then move along. You need a 100% to open up week 1. That's not going to agree with me there. I've had students say, I've taken the syllabus quiz and I can't get week 1, and I go back and I look, it's because they didn't get 100%. So you have to get 100% on your syllabus quiz, and then after August 30th at 12:30 a.m. if you get 100% on your syllabus quiz, you'll see week 1 pop open. And I will walk you through in the week 1 video how all the weeks are set up and what to do. But again, this is just the intro video. But when you access the weeks, you're going to see that they're all set up in a very similar way, so it makes it really easy to navigate. Okay. Here is your student services assignment. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this now. There's a workshop that you have to attend, and they are all virtual, so that you don't have to come to campus or anything for that. So this is going to, and they don't have, because I'm recording this August 16th, they don't have the workshops all loaded quite yet, but by the time the semester starts, they will be. So what you're going to do is either attend a student success workshop or a leadership academy event, and you are going to do that through My Stark State student success workshop, and you're going to see a list of different offerings. Now, once they have the finalized offerings, I will even upload them in a Word document so you can see them all in one place, so you can see exactly what is being offered when. So your job throughout the 8 weeks is to sign up for and then attend virtually the workshop or leadership academy event. After you're done attending that workshop or event, you'll get like a certificate or a receipt of attendance, and that's what you will upload for me to show proof that you attended that workshop. So again, it's worth 10 points. It's due the end of week 8. You'll see it says right there, end of week 8. And then down here in week 8, eventually when you get there, it's a reminder, turn in that assignment. Okay. As soon as I record the week 1 video, by then all of the workshops will have been lined up, and I will go into more detail about that. But I just want to kind of plant that right now in your mind that you'll have a workshop to attend. And what's really nice is, again, well, first of all, they're online, but they also have offered them in the morning, afternoon, and evening. And there's a whole slew of different options and interest levels that you can take, anywhere from like research to student life to, controlling stress to personal finance and resume writing, lots of different topics. So something that hopefully if you register early enough, you can get something that you actually are interested in and can benefit from. So again, look for more information on that in the week 1 video, because the workshop lineup will be finalized by then. Okay, a couple other things I just want to point out in this navigation is over here on the left-hand side under course messages. I will send, anytime I send an email or an announcement, I'll also send it in the form of a course message. And if you're ever in here and you just have a quick question, this is the easiest place to send me a message. So you can go to create message. You'll see when you hit 2, you're going to see a whole, again, I told you there's lots of you in here, but you'll find my name if you're trying to reach out to me, Linda Remark. You'll click on it in blue. Move it over, type your subject, type your message, hit submit, and then I'll get it in here and I can respond to you right from Blackboard. You can also send me information, in your Stark State email as well. Anytime, again, I put something in a course message, I also put it in the form of an announcement. And as I said, I know I'm recording this about mid-August and I won't have you guys officially for a couple weeks. I've already uploaded my announcements for the first week of the semester. So you'll see whenever they are scheduled to open, you'll see them come open, and it does a rundown of what you're doing that particular week. And you can see in week 1, I send out 4 announcements. So all of those will also come in the form of an email message, and then they're emailed to you as well, just saying, hey, you have an announcement in Blackboard. So just make sure you're checking your course messages and announcements. Another feature we use here is the course calendar. So you can already see course calendar here. I have all the assignments uploaded, so Wednesdays and Sundays are the days that things are due, so you can keep on top of everything. It's in your syllabus, but this is also another visual place for you to check. My grades tab, obviously there's nothing in here entered yet, but this is how you can kind of keep up on your grades. I always recommend my students, check in here. Sometimes you complete an assignment and it's automatically graded by Blackboard, which means I go in to make sure you completed it, but Blackboard did the actual grading. And if it says over here something like in progress, that means I can't see the assignment and it's not finished yet. So you want to make sure you're always keeping track of your grades, especially, as I mentioned, I have 150 online students, and that's not counting my face-to-face students. So I'll admit that sometimes maybe you submitted something, or maybe you submitted a second part to it and maybe I didn't see that part. It's just a great way for you to check in on me as well and make sure that I have everything I need to make sure that you're being successful. Okay, so just make sure you're checking your grades. And then these are different resources that you can use. There's a link directly to our digital library, which we'll talk about throughout the 8 weeks. There's a link to the help desk. There's a student blog with resources to Blackboard. So a link right directly to Stark State resources. This takes you to a lot of resources on campus. So I do encourage you to click around there. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you, a nice little kind of overview of the course. As I mentioned, I will be uploading a separate video that will start basically right around here in week 1. It'll talk more about your syllabus quiz, it'll talk more about your student services assignment, and then it'll really go into depth with week 1, the chapters that we're talking about, as well as the assignments. I look forward to meeting, and I say that in in the virtual way, meeting everyone online, and I hope you have a great remaining part of the summer. Depending on when you watch this, welcome to your fall semester. See you on August 30th. Bye.